Okay, welcome to round 2 of the Pro Tour Gauntlet. We are playing Zoo. We won the die roll, so we would of course like to play first. So this is one of those marginal hands where we can either draw one more land and just win, or never draw a land again and kind of be stuck, but I think it's good enough. We can get a Stomping Ground turn 1, play Experiment 1, followed by Goblin Guide, and attack for 4 on turn 2. And then turn 3, we have Nikadal, and we also have a Lightning Bolt. And of course, if we draw at any point a land, then we have quite a good hand. So we're going to keep this. And let's just hope that our deck cooperates with us and we draw exactly one land and just steamroll our opponent. So yeah, our opponent deciding whether they're going to mulligan. Alright, so we're going to go turn 1, Stomping Ground. And then turn 2, yeah, untapped, Experiment 1. And then pass it back, and then next turn we can play Goblin Guide. And if we draw a land, we can play. We have lots of options depending on what our opponent plays. So they play an island, so we don't know what they're playing. Okay, so yeah, we're gonna just do turn 2, Goblin Guide. That will evolve our Experiment 1, and then we're gonna attack. Oops. Attack with both guys. Let's see, Wasteland Strangler. Okay, so they're playing one of the many Eldrazi decks. So hopefully we can just be faster than them. So we do have 6 points of burn in our hand. Let's see, they play a Mimic. That's fine. So hopefully we draw a land. Path to Exile. Not a land. Okay, so I still think we attack with both guys, and then we can hold up Lightning Bolt in case they play like Eldrazi Temple followed by Reality Smasher, but I think we're just going to play Nikadal and hope that we're faster than them anyways. So we'll attack with both creatures, see what they draw, obviously, or see what they're okay, so yeah, Eye of Ugin, it's a great one for them. He blocks. Okay, well we're fine with that. And now I think we definitely play this Nikadal. And yeah, we really want to see a white source at some point. That'd be great. We have a couple paths, so we're just kinda, if we don't draw a land next turn, we got Lightning Bolt, and if we don't see a land after that, we're probably just in tons of trouble. Matter Shaper, sure. And again, we're still just going to be crashing in there. Okay, here we go. So now we get a white source, and the question is, do we want to remove his mana reshaper? And I think the answer is yes. So let's get a white source right now. Let's see. Temple Garden or Sacred Foundry? I think it doesn't matter. We will get Temple Garden. Yeah. Untapped. Okay, so I think we just remove their Matter Reshaper, attack for 5, and then we can bolt them. This way they also don't get the extra value on Matter Reshaper. So, begin combat, an attack for 5. And now we're kind of in a really good spot. We have a bolt for the end of their turn, get them down to 6. We have another path in case they play a big guy, and we have a Tarkus command. So all we have to do, that's fine. All we have to do is deal 3 points of damage to him, and that's good against Stargoyf, but if we could do 3 points of damage against them, then we have 6 points in our hand, is basically what I'm saying. So let's see what they play. They just exile and draw a card, that's fine. We probably weren't going to be playing our Tarmogoyf anyway. Oh, okay, that's a good play. So they're going to kill one of our guys, probably our, yeah, Wild Mikado. And I think what's this? Okay. I think we're still going to bolt them end of turn, get them to 6. Yeah. We're not going to win by playing like the control game where we kill their creature, exile a creature. Alright. So we can play a Goyf, but that doesn't do anything. We can exile one of their guys and play an Experiment 1. Which might be okay. We want to save this to do the last 3. So how do we win? We path to exile their Matter Reshaper, attack and trade off with our Wasteland Strangler. No, I don't particularly like that. We probably just play Experiment 1, pass it back to him, leave up path to exile. Yeah, that's probably the play. And then, depending on what they do, we can exile one of their guys at the end of their turn, and we have to exile something, so exile probably this. Probably the Lightning Bolt. So we can exile something at the end of their turn, play a Tarmogoyf and evolve both, a Tarkus command and deal 3 and +1/+1. Let's just see what we're dealing with. Thought Not Seer. Okay, well, I think as soon as it enters, we're gonna have to Path to Exile it. Yeah. With the trigger on the stack. I don't know how that actually works. If that's one of those things where we don't draw a card after it. Yeah, so I think we just gotta immediately path it. We'll draw a card, and then they get to choose a card to get rid of. That seems like what's going to happen. So it leaves, so we draw a card, and then they get to look at our hand. Alright, so they'll probably take the Atarka's Command, I would suspect, because the Goyf does nothing. What's this, another Strangler or something? Blight Herder. Put 3 tokens onto the battlefield. Alright. That's pretty bad for us. So yeah. I think we basically can't really block. Yeah, I don't think we can block because we can't give him a card off this, and it's, yeah, so we'll just let it through. Go to 8. That's bad. So I guess we play a Tarmogoyf. He sacrifices to remove our graveyard. No, he just makes us exile one thing. We'll exile land. I think he should have sacrificed one of his oh, I thought that was like Relic, where you just sacrifice it and you get to take whatever out. So that's okay. Now we have a 3/3, 2/2. We still have no attacks. I guess we play a land and pass it back. Yeah, we can't attack. I guess our best draw now is deflecting. Oh, no, that's in our sideboard. So I guess our best draw now is just maybe a Tarka's Command, maybe a Lightning Bolt, maybe like a Path. Yeah, we're kind of in all kinds of trouble here. We'll get rid of this land because, I mean, we have one here. He's going to get rid of our Nakatl. I don't know if he thought that that was going to get rid of one of the toughness on our Tarmogoyf, because an artifact went to the graveyard, so I don't know if he thought that he was going to just be able to kill our guy or something. I think we just basically need to draw 2 lightning bolts in a row. So if that's the case, we gotta just chump and block where we can. So the Goyf can block Goyf can block here. We can double block here and take 7, which probably is bad. So we probably just, oh, this has trample. Yeah, we probably got a double block there. And just kill it. I don't think we can't even regenerate it, because then we'll just lose our guy. So, okay. So then we'll sack this. Grab Stomping Ground. I think we just die, right? Yeah, alright. Alright, so, I don't know. I think we need Molten Rain, maybe a Path. I don't know. Deflecting Palm seems like a powerful option. Molten Rain definitely seems good. We probably don't actually need the Path. It might just be better to have Deflecting Palms instead of Paths. Because if we could get to an aggressive start, we can Deflecting Palm the last bit of damage through. I mean, it's kind of a... It's kind of just assuming a lot of things, but it might be okay. I think the Molten Rains are going to be great. I think Deflecting Palm just protects us from like a really like a stalled out board. I think it does a better job than Path. So that's probably fine. Again, I'm not super familiar with the Eldrazi deck. I've played against it a few times, but I've never played a zoo list against an Eldrazi deck. So I think we still want to be pretty aggressive. It's possible that we want to have a path, like extra paths in here instead of this Deflecting Palm. It's also possible that we want another Deflecting Palm instead of the path. I'm just not 100% sure, but I'm just going to run it back like this. And oh, we're actually at 62, so I'm going to not run it back like this. I'm going to cut these two paths. I think we want to be pretty aggressive. Alright, we'll just see what that does. It's also possible that the Molten Rains are not good. I could see that. I think this is pretty aggressive. We got Curd Ape, Goblin Guide, Bushwhacker, Lightning Bolt. I think we're going to keep this. And let's start out with Stomping Ground into Stomping Ground into Curd Ape gives us 2 damage this turn. 4 damage. It's the same either way. Let's do Stomping Ground, Curd Ape. Send a message. Next turn, we can Goblin Guide and Lightning Bolt. Or we could just Goblin Guide and fetch like a Sacred Foundry or something. So we have white mana. A Relic. It's really afraid of our Tarmogoyfs, as he should be. Alright, so I think... yeah, I think it's going to be... Arid Mesa, Goblin Guide, attack. And then we can decide if we want a Lightning Bolt at the end of his turn. I think we probably want to. Especially we have the Tarkus command. Urborg enters. So with the Tarkus command, that means, so he's at 16. So if we bolt him, he goes to 13. Tarkus command, he goes to 10. And then attack with these two, he goes to 4. Also, we could bolt Bushwhacker on our turn. Whenever you're dealt damage... Okay, that seems like an annoying one. This does not destroy, but it does prevent a life gain. Okay. So, knowing that, I think we fetch here, and then we play the Bushwhacker and kick it. We get, so it will be 3, 6, 7, 8 damage. Put him down to 8. Lightning Bolt, a Tarkus command. Yeah. So we're gonna fetch here, tapped. Sacred Foundry. And then he gains a life each upkeep. There's nothing on there. Okay, so we can Lightning Bolt and then surge out a Bushwhacker. He can gain 1 life a turn. Okay, so I think we just Bushwhacker. Oops, I mean we Lightning Bolt, then we Bushwhacker, and then the next turn we can Tarkus command, give everything plus we want to surge this out. Yeah, we can give everything +1/+1 and deal 3 damage next turn. I think that's what we want to do. Okay, so our guys get +1/+0. Okay, he wants us to exile. It doesn't matter. Combat. We're going to attack with everything. He's going to reveal Matter Shaper. Okay, that's fine. He's going to take 8 damage. He's going to gain a life during his upkeep. Go to 6. Then on our turn, we get to attack for 2, 4, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. And if we draw a land, we can Tarkus command and then surge out the Reckless Bushwhacker. He'll be up to 7 by our turn. So he's going to play the Strangler, kill one of our guys. Okay. So he can kill one. He can block one. So we'll get 2 in. So he'll go down to 4. I think we might have it. So on our upkeep, we respond to the trying to gain life by playing this. Opponents can't gain life, do 3 damage. 3 damage, we'll put him down to 3. But then we only get in for... Then we only get in for 2. So we could respond to it. Opponents can't gain life. Creatures get +1/+1. No, that's not going to do anything. So I think we just... we let him gain a life, go to 7. We can Tarkus command to do 3 to bring him down to 4 and give our creatures +1/+0. And if we draw land, we can surge it. Okay, so preventing him from gaining life is not going to do anything. So we're not going to stop that. Okay, experiment 1. So now we can actually play experiment 1, Bushwhacker, surged, and attack, and that's going to get us in for a good chunk. So let's see. Play experiment 1. He'll become a 2/2 when he's surged with haste. So we go 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I think we might have it. Let's see. Experiment 1. Surge this out. Because he can only block one guy. He blocks 3 damage. And then we get in with the rest. Because they have haste. So... Oh, I did the triggers backwards. Oops. So he can block 3 damage, and then we get in for... Okay, well, he saw that we had it anyways. I did misplay there. I put the triggers on backwards for some reason. I wanted to have the Evolve trigger resolve first, and then the Bushwhacker trigger resolve. And then he would have been a 3-2 attacking with haste. So we're on the draw. I don't even know if Molten Rain's going to be good enough on the draw. But... I don't know. Like, that's a good question. Is Molten Rain on the draw good enough? So... It might just be too slow. I'm going to cut 1 Molten Rain for a Deflecting Palm. Could be wrong. Let me know what you guys think in the comments below. But this is how I'm going to do it. No regrets! Alright, and let's see. Oh, we have a great... We got a pretty aggressive turn 2 here. Burning Tree into Tarmogoyf. So I think we're keeping this. We can start by getting probably Temple Garden tapped on turn 1. The only thing that would be better is if we drew like a Goblin Guide or something like that, and just we could explode on turn 2 and just really put our opponents under a very fast clock. But this looks pretty good. Burning Tree, Tarmogoyf. It's a very fast clock if you can get. Alright, so we did it. So I think we're gonna get a I think we're going to start by getting a Sacred Foundry, playing the Curd Ape. I know it will only be a 1/1, but then next turn we can get a basic forest if we need to. Like if for some reason he has a great turn also. But this way we give ourselves the option of playing a turn to basic land. I mean, I guess we get punished here if he has gut shot, which I honestly do not know what the if they run gut shot in their list. But okay, so now we go burning tree, Tarmogoyf, and I think we are gonna get. No, you know what? We're still gonna get the a stomping ground. So, and I think the reason for that is just because we do have deflecting palm in our hand, and we do want to be able to play deflecting palm at some point. And yeah, we definitely just throw the Tarmogoyf out there. And this is a very aggressive start. We could just offer up the trade for the Matter Reshaper with our Curd Ape. And what happens? He draws a card or puts it onto the battlefield. I think I kind of like just attacking here. He's gonna get value off of it, but we are gonna be able to do a follow-up the next turn, and it puts a creature in our graveyard. It might be a little bit of a loose play if he hits something really great, but oh, so he does hit the Mimic. That's kind of worst case scenario for us, I guess. But we do grow our Goyf a little, and next turn we have the option of Goyf or Deflecting Palm. Okay, plays the Droplet, which is okay. He might just be done here. Okay, so now we have Goyf plus Nakatl, so I think we attack with everything. And just, we'll trade off one of them if he wants. Okay, he does not want to. So maybe he has something great, but I think we still want to. We'll get a basic here just in case. We'll play Nakatl. And now we have 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 power on the board. And I think we play the Tarmogoyf out. So now we just have a great board. He gets to go to 15, and he can attack us with something crazy this turn. He can take our card if he plays a Thought-Knot Seer. But it's a pretty aggressive start we had. I don't know if there's anything we could have been doing really differently. Let's see what this is. Something good, probably. Reality Smasher, so yeah. So now he can attack us for 10. So if he attacks us for... Okay, he attacks us for 5. So if we don't block, we go to 8, and then we attack back. We do 2, 4, 6, 8 damage to him. So he'd go down to 8, and then he attacks us for 5. It's probably okay. Yeah, we won't block here. I think we're probably okay going to 8. He can attack us back. He can go up to 16. Okay, so now we have Goblin Guide, and I really wish that we had an extra land. So we could play Goblin Guide, leave back some chump blockers, or we could attack for 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 13 points of damage. I think we want to get some damage in. I think we want to attack with I think we want to do attack with 1, 2, 3, 4, leave back the Wild Nikadal, and leave up the Deflecting Palm. That will get us 2, 4, 6 damage through. He'll go down to 10, gain a life, go to 11. And then we shouldn't die on the Crackback unless he plays another Reality Smasher, in which case we're just dead. Basically, yeah, I think we're gonna attack with everything but the Nikadal. Not play the Goblin Guide, leave open Deflecting Palm. And just try and force through as much damage as we can. We can do 6 here, get him to 10. He goes to 11. We have Deflecting Palm up, which can't win us the game outright, but I think if he plays a Reality Smasher, we're just out of luck. So let's see what he's tapping for. Okay. Okay, so he plays a Reality Smasher. The Mimic becomes a 5/5. So if he attacks with everything, Deflecting Palm prevents the damage. I think we just... Let's see. We can block 1. So we'll take 5, 6, 7. Okay, let's try it. We're going to Deflecting Palm the Mimic and block a Smasher. And then we're going to take 7. Right? So we Deflecting Palm the Mimic. We'll block the Smasher. Okay. We go to 1. He goes to 6. And we might have done it. He'll gain a life, go to 7. And we win the match. Oh, that was a close one. So yeah, Deflecting Palm really pulled us out of that one. And we won round 2. So we'll see you in the finals.